Okay, guys. So, um, good morning. I made this little video, so I'm going to do the module overview like I normally do. I'll do it very quickly because I know you guys already know that stuff, but I am going to review with you really quickly what the difference between like an archetype and a stereotype, just because one of your assignments today is going to be focusing on having you create different examples of archetypes. So let me pull up the module. You've got this will be for the video for my green blocks on April 2nd and white block 4W for April 6th. That's why you'll see some of the assignments are dated this way. But don't worry, 4W, you still get your own module. It's right there. See? Yay. But anyway, attendance quiz. There's another grammar practice and another paragraph editing type of thing where you just go in and mark the things that need to be fixed. You do have your Unit 12 vocabulary quiz. I'm going to skip this for right now. When you go to the vocab quiz, it should be set. Yeah, you don't have a password. Obviously, you'll be answering or using the vocabulary words correctly in a sentence. So just make sure that you do your best on that and get that done as quickly as you can. And I will update our percentage scoreboard on my wall here at home. So the main thing you're going to be working on then after grammar and vocab quiz is this archetype Google slide assignment. So the video lesson, that's what this is. But basically you will click on this and it should automatically default to, would you like to make a copy? You're going to, of course, make a copy. And you can rename it if you want, or you can just leave it as is. And you're going to just kind of work through this. You'll put your name on the Google slide. You'll put what block that you're in. So there's the definition of what an archetype is. So, a lot of times we think about archetypes and I automatically default to stereotype. And there is a difference. The biggest difference is that archetypes are more of a pattern that you'll see across literature and mythology and things like that. They can be an image, a theme, a symbol, an idea. Character type is mostly what we're going to be focusing on. You can, again, find them in myths, dreams, literature. Different religions have archetypes. So if we're trying to think of a difference between them, or like for a second, maybe just think about, okay, what's an example of an archetype? I'll give you a minute to think. Oh, wait, I don't want to use purple because you can't see it very well. Okay, so a villain. That's an example of an archetype. You have your mentor, and some of this you'll remember from our hero's journey conversation. So we've got a villain, a mentor, a character that's sometimes known as like the innocent or the martyr, the savior, somewhat of a hero, potentially. You've got, oh, my dog's barking in the background, but whatever. So anyway, you got your mentor, innocent hero. There's all different types, but this is not to be confused with a stereotype. So a stereotype is more of like a caricature of a person or a broad assumption of a particular person, like the idea of a dumb blonde. That's a stereotype. Or the idea that Americans are lazy, or the idea that jocks are all dumb, like the dumb jock type of thing. That's a stereotype. So this is more of an archetype. So if you go back to, sorry, my dog is just going to be barking in the background. Go back to the lesson. So you're going to fill in an example of an archetype and explain your example. So here you have the hero. An example of a hero. Give me any example from literature or film, and I've given you a definition on there. And you'll tell me, okay, I know that Batman is a hero. I know this because, and then you'll type in why Batman's a hero or whatever your example is. The innocent or the savior, you're going to tell me how an example of that. Again, it can be from literature or television, TV. An example of a villain, and an example of a mentor or a blind prophet. So after you type in your examples for each of those, there's only 4 that you have to type in. Then you will just submit this to Canvas and turn it into me. There's lots of ways to do this, but remember the easiest way, because this is what some people get tricked on when they turn it in and then I can't open their files. All you have to do is click this share, and then you're going to click get shareable link, and then you're going to click done. Now my view doesn't look like yours, but when you go to turn this in, you'll have your submit button. So you'll click submit here, and then when you have your different options down below of how to turn it in, instead of clicking like text entry box or anything like that, you're going to click website URL. And then when you click in that little box, you just have to hit Command V as in victory, and it will paste the link that you copied to your clipboard in that space, and then you can submit it. Now, sometimes, and I don't know why this is, it's not anything that you've done wrong. Sometimes when you hit Command V, it won't put the link in there. It'll put something else maybe that you've copied from like earlier in the day. I don't know why it does this, and sometimes it doesn't paste it at all. So there is a chance that you may have to go back, just do the process again, exact same thing, share, get shareable link, done, then go back and turn in the link. If it doesn't work the first time, it definitely will the second time. If you have questions about that, let me know. Please make sure you're turning in a file. Some of you are turning in JPEGs, like pictures of your assignment, and I can't read those because they're teeny weeny tiny. So make sure that you're turning that in. So my green blocks, this is going to be due Friday at 11:59, and white blocks, since you're not even going to see this until April 6th, you have until the 7th at 11:59 to get this done. So archetypes, we know those. We've got that reviewed in our brain. If there's a question about that, let me know. Don't forget to do your grammar practice, the assignment vocab quiz. Most of you are doing a really great job of staying in communication with me and letting me know if you're having trouble. But again, I just encourage you, just talk to me. Let me know if you've got technical issues, or if you have a question, you don't understand something, or if you got something going on and it's going to be turned in a little late. I understand those things. Just talk to me. I did really enjoy reading the feedback on the check-in quiz from the other day. It was just kind of neat to see what you guys are up to. A lot of hair color changes. I think Riley and Delaney, you guys changed your hair color. So anyway, a lot of you didn't really have anything to share, and that's completely okay. I just thought, hey, if you want to share something, go ahead. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well, as usual. I always hope that you're doing well. So get this work in, do your vocab quiz. I'll be putting that 100% all the way, other shoulder, all the way down the 1G, 2G, 4G, 4W wall. And I'll report back the results when everybody's got that done. But again, that won't be until at least the 7th of April. So have a wonderful week, and we will talk soon.